The well-quoted pastor, Stephen Furtick, said, "The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. Today, with everyone else's lives tucked safely inside our pocket, accessible through social media, especially Instagram, it's easier now more than ever to compare our lives to everyone else's. When absorbed in an extreme, Instagram can be deceptive and create false realities. It can be a relationship filler, and it can even become toxic and destructive through comparison and bullying. For example, have you ever heard of hashtag goals? This is a term used on social media when somebody has something that you are covetous of, except they don't use the term covetous, they use the term goals. Hashtag hair goals, hashtag body goals, hashtag relationship goals, on and on and on. But the thing is, these things that are our goals are perfectly curated to be just like that. Perfect. In an article published in 2017 in the Catalan Journal of Communication and Culture Studies, it stated, self-representation allows users greater agency and near complete control over the process of creating images. They can decide when to take the photograph, how to frame it, how to edit it, how to pose it, whether or not to share it. This newly gained control is often described as one of the main reasons young women enjoy creating self-representations. Blogger Mike Thayer went so far as to describe these deceptive Instagram photos as lifestyle porn because it's not real. Much like my fake eyelashes here are not real. Thayer stated, "It is a vain illusion peddled to millions of women around the world for attention, praise, validation, and wealth. These women see the palatal houses, fit millionaire hipster husbands with square-rimmed glasses, immaculate crafts with kids, unspoiled kitchens with artisan foods, whimsical birthday parties, endless designer clothes, and think that this is all possible. They can't look away. Even the ones who rail against it can't look away." End quote. And much like real porn, it creates fake expectations and false realities. One Instagrammer used in her photo caption, "Another day, another 45 minutes spent whitening out a background." Instagram can also sometimes replace real relationships. I know for me, I came home to study school online, and I'm not very social. I'm pretty introverted, and I can often use Instagram as a social filler instead of really seeing people and visiting with people. I told my sister that I felt weird because I knew a famous Instagrammer who was having a baby with her husband, and I was more excited for them to have a baby than I was for some of my best friends to have a baby. Instagram has a tricky way of deceiving us into thinking that we're friends with people when really they have no idea who we are. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm creating a bigger deal of this than other people. Or maybe you guys think that this is a thing you struggle with as well, and you can relate to me. However, relating to people can sometimes be hard to do on Instagram. The whole site is thick with opportunities for comparison. The recently trending curvy Instagrammer Jenna Kutcher posted last week, "It's easy to feel like she's competition, like she's your enemy. We compare our lives to strangers on the internet and watch the highlight reels of their lives unfold before our eyes, and we trick ourselves into believing that her success is our failure." ABC's Bachelorette of 2015, Caitlin Bristow, experienced firsthand how ugly people can be when they compare themselves to others. Bristow took a lot of heat in the summer of 2015 for her actions on the show The Bachelorette, and it made for some really nasty comments on her Instagram. Later on her blog, she wrote, "If anyone knows me, they know that I like to poke fun and chirp. All in good fun. I want everyone to know that I can personally handle people's opinions. I can take some heat, and I might even give some back because I'm all about a good banter. And I knew this was part of it when I signed up to be the next bachelorette. I tell myself that people forget there is someone on the other end. Maybe they forget that people can read what they write and they hide behind their computers. Maybe that's why cyberbullying has become so prevalent. She continued saying, when I have some downtime, I like to be able to log into social media and interact with people. Unfortunately, my Twitter and Instagram have become a dark place. It breaks my heart because I believe I'm a good person and have stayed true to myself throughout this whole process. Bristow concluded by saying, I believe bullying stems from insecurities. And sure, we all have them, but it's the way we behave and treat others that speaks of our character. As humans, we are dependent on each other for our physical and emotional survival, and the way of the world these days is interactions on social media. It's a tool we use to make everyone think our lives are nothing but perfect. Bristow has since started the hashtag Realstagram, where she posts unedited, unfiltered, unposed photos of herself without makeup on, and she encourages people to remember that these are real people behind the posts that we have. Instagram can be what you make it. It can be uplifting and gratifying, or it can be toxic and destructive. Macy, a mother of two, posted this week, let's join together and paddle to shore instead of constantly barely staying afloat on our own. Some of you watching this may not even need this speech. You may think social media, and particularly Instagram, are funny. Some of you may be in the throes of figuring out how to approach Instagram better, kind of like I am. From unrealistic expectations and substituted social lives to harsh comparisons and bullying, Instagram can be what you make it again. I invite you to examine what you want to take away from your social media, and if it doesn't match the principles that you'd like to have, readjust it. Thanks for watching.